News is that Dave's Hot Chicken is the fastest growing restaurant business in America. According to Dave's Hot Chicken website, this all started just a few years ago in 2017 when four friends created a perfect Nashville-style hot chicken recipe. Scrounged up $900 to set up a hot chicken pop-up in a parking lot in Hollywood, LA. Being there wasn't much of this in LA at the time, they soon created a hot demand for it around Los Angeles. Doing quite well from that, they opened their first brick-and-mortar store less than a year later. Since then, they have been profitable enough to expand and franchise their business, attracting investors to their company, including celebrities such as rapper Drake, actor Samuel L. Jackson, ex-NBA player Chris Humphries, former California First Lady Maria Shriver, Boston Red Sox owner Tom Werner, and Good Morning America anchor Michael Strahan have all invested and have a stake in Dave's Hot Chicken. As of making this video, Dave's Hot Chicken currently has about 70 locations currently open in the US and Canada, with more locations continually opening. They are under signed development to open over 700 more locations in the US and Canada in the next few years. Amazing. I first heard about Dave's Hot Chicken in 2019 when I saw a video of actress Shay saying Dave's Hot Chicken was her favorite in LA.
I wanted Bretman to try this fried chicken. Yes. It's my favorite in LA.
Are you like a brand ambassador?
No, definitely not.
The face of Dave's Chicken.
Dave's Hot Chicken.
Then David Dobrik, Josh Peck, and Jonah did a mukbang, and David Dobrik said Dave's Hot Chicken was the spot in LA.
Do you want to explain the new hot chicken craze?
Yeah, Jonah introduced us to this chicken place. A while back, and it's like really bomb, like really good chicken. It's called Dave's Hot Chicken. And it's like really bomb, like really good chicken. It's called Dave's Hot Chicken. What?
So with that said, I decided to give this place a try. This was their very first store that they opened in Hollywood. Back then, their special sauce were in plastic cups. Today, they are in branded packets. At that time, I made a lengthy review video on this Dave's Hot Chicken, but I never got to posting it. However, since that was my first hot chicken I've ever tried and I loved it so much, and as someone who loves to cook and replicate, instead, I decided to focus on how can I recreate this chicken slider at home. I've watched many Dave's Hot Chicken review videos on YouTube, watched staff interviews, read articles, seen employees' TikToks and Instagram stories. This all helped me learn the cooking process for making hot chicken at home. Not to mention eating at Dave's Hot Chicken a lot because they're so good. Then trial testing my own recipe of this a bunch of times has prepared me to make this video. So spices, Dave's Hot Chicken offers 7 levels of spices, from no spice all the way up to Reaper spice. I have never tried the Reaper or extra hot and don't plan to, so I won't be able to tell you what you'll need for that. However, I have tried their hot, medium, mild, light mild, and no spice. So I will be able to tell you how to get those same tasting spice levels using specific measurements of cayenne pepper. I personally think the hot spice level is already on edge, and I'd rather enjoy what I'm tasting, not suffer from it. So for me personally, the highest I do is medium, which I think is the perfect kick of spice for my taste buds. But again, you don't even need to add any spice to this if you don't want to as well. But what is hot chicken without any spice, right? Alright, now that I've told you what I know about Dave's Hot Chicken, I'll share with you my recipe take on how to make this hot chicken sandwich at home next. Okay, the first step is to create a chicken brine to marinate the chicken in for at least 4 to 6 hours. Overnight is best. In this recipe, I'll be using chicken tenderloins, or as it says here, breast tenders. You'll also need Louisiana hot sauce, buttermilk, and pickle juice from a jar of dill pickles, and a large bowl to marinate the chicken in. So in the large bowl, add 1 cup of buttermilk, 2 tablespoons of Louisiana hot sauce, 1/4 cup of pickle juice taken from the pickle jar, and mix to combine well. Then add in your chicken. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be using chicken tenderloins. Average size of a chicken tenderloin is around 1.5 inch wide by 5 inch in length. A tenderloin or tender is attached to the side of the breast. One piece of tender from Dave's Hot Chicken seems to be larger than this. So my question is Dave's Hot Chicken strictly using tenders? Or are they using chicken breasts, possibly cut in half, to look like large tenders? Now that is the question. However, just for this video, I'm going to strictly use tenders. Tenderloin meat parts are more tender than the breasts. I'll use 2 of these tenders to go on a slider, since one tender is too small to fit on a regular bun. You can either do this, or you can buy chicken breasts and slice its thickness in half first to make it thinner. Then cut it down like a tenderloin. So you decide. Then place all your chicken tenders in the brine. I have 10 tender strips, so I'll be making a total of 5 slider sandwiches. 2 tenders to fit on each slider. And let this marinate for at least 4 hours. Overnight would be best if you can. Then we'll prep the kale slaw. It's basically like coleslaw but with kale. In a large bowl, add ½ cup of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of honey, and a dash of salt and pepper. Now mix that together. And then I'll add in a 14-ounce coleslaw bag, which contains shredded green and red lettuce and shredded carrots, and mix all together with the mayo. Then I'll take 2 large fresh kale leaves and chop that up, which will give me about 1 cup of kale. Add that to the bowl and mix. Then cover and place in the refrigerator. Then I'll prep the spice mix. What you'll need is cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and black pepper. In a bowl, we're first going to add the cayenne pepper. I'm doing a medium spice level, so I'll be adding 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. For hot spice level, add 2 tablespoons. Or for mild, add 2 teaspoons. And for no spice, don't add any. But in my opinion, without any cayenne pepper, it's too bland for this recipe. Medium is not too spicy and not too mild, so I'm doing that. Then add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, about ½ teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And now mix until all combined. Now grab another bowl, preferably a different kind of bowl so you can tell the difference between the two, and pour 1 tablespoon of the spice mix into the second bowl, along with 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and mix thoroughly. The left bowl will be the dry spice mix, and the right bowl is going to be the hot oil mix, which we will add in the hot oil in later. So remember these 2 bowls. When the marinating is done, grab another bowl and add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Then you're going to take a tender from the brine, dip into the flour, coat both sides. Then re-dip back into the brine and re-coat into the flour again. And then set aside on a rack and repeat. Double coating the chicken in the flour twice will give it that extra crispy coating. Also, here's a tip. Try to keep your left and right hand with one strictly handling the wet chicken and the other strictly handling the dry floured chicken, so your hands don't get messy cross-mixing both. Let the flour rest for a few minutes while we heat up the oil. With canola oil, pour into a pot. I'm using a medium sauce pot and heat at 350 Fahrenheit. With my pot, I can probably do 3 tenders at a time without overcrowding it. Once the chicken reaches the safe internal temperature of 165 Fahrenheit, you can remove. Tenders cook much faster than chicken breasts. For me, it took around 9 minutes to cook a batch. And repeat till you finish deep frying the rest. As soon as you finish deep frying the chicken, immediately pour about ½ cup of the hot oil into the hot oil seasoning mix bowl. Stir, and we will immediately brush this hot oil seasoning over the chicken tenders on both sides. Then with the dry seasoning mix bowl, you want to sprinkle that seasoning all over the chicken generously. And this is what will give the chicken the spice flavor. If you want to add cheese, you can add a slice of American cheese over it to let it melt down a bit. In the meantime, we can grill the side of the buns. In a pan, melt a tablespoon of butter for each bun, and I'll place the buns face down. I'll press it down and twirl it a little bit to make sure it absorbs the butter. You could also grill the bottom side of the bottom bun, but this time I skipped it. Once the buns are grilled, we'll add the kale slaw. I'll add a scoop of kale slaw on the bottom bun, followed by 3 pickles, which will give some needed juicy sweetness to this spicy chicken. Then add over the chicken tenders and cheese. And now just one last thing to top this off. Dave's secret sauce. This is the same light orange colored sauce they give you in the sauce packets. They also put it on the chicken. So after some researching, I found out that apparently this sauce is a chipotle mayo based sauce, combining mayonnaise and chipotle. So in a bowl, I added half cup of mayonnaise. And then I got a can of chipotle sauce and added 1/4 cup of chipotle sauce. Give it a mix. The sauce is okay like this, but to get closer to Dave's sauce taste, I added 1 tablespoon of sugar. And then 1 to 2 more tablespoons of honey to give it that similar darker color and sweeter taste. Now to me, this tastes exactly like Dave's sauce. You see the small dish bowl with the real Dave's sauce as I'm comparing it, and it tastes spot on. By the way, when you refrigerate it, the paste will thicken up a bit. Now pour some sauce on the top bun, and I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of honey over the cheese. Then close the top buns over, and there you have my copycat recipe of Dave's hot chicken sliders. More like tender sandwiches with cheese. I had 10 tenders, so with that I was able to make 5 of these delicious sandwiches. Now if you want to serve these with fries, you can just warm up some frozen crinkle cut fries, and before you serve, season them with some salt and a little bit of the dry spice mix, and dip them in the secret Dave's sauce. I'm gonna say these are just as good as Dave's hot chicken. To me, they taste exactly the same. But one thing I do like about making it on my own is that the freshness cannot compare. The second you close that bun and ready to eat it, the warmness of the chicken and the hot oil spice on the chicken is as fresh tasting as you can get, and that makes it so good. I also do like that I was able to fit the tenders perfectly under the bun and get the chicken, bread, cheese, kale slaw in every equal bite, whereas a piece of Dave's hot chicken usually sticks out of the bun. Also, I wouldn't say this is only a replica of Dave's hot chicken. The popularity of Nashville hot chicken, which is what Dave's hot chicken was initially inspired by, has been increasingly getting popular, with so many more new Nashville-style hot chicken locations booming across the country. This recipe is pretty much the same general process of making Nashville-style hot chicken, though everyone may use slightly different spice mix. However, cayenne pepper is the main pepper for Nashville-style hot chicken. If you guys enjoyed Dave's hot chicken and want to make it at home, or maybe you don't have a Dave's hot chicken near you and you want to taste what all the hype was about, try this out. It's as close as you'll get to Dave's hot chicken. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and aloha. I don't know what kind of sauce this is. It must be their homemade special sauce. Sauce is really good. Okay. Yeah, I love this sauce. So this meal, you need napkins. Your hands will get all over. Super good. Honey and sauce together. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys. Click a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Aloha.